Your Amazon account got suspended. Do not panic. I need you to do one thing and one simple thing. Watch this video until the end and make sure that you understand everything that I'm saying. If you need to, watch this video multiple times because it is going to avoid you to make dumb mistakes that can cost you your Amazon account forever. So make sure that you understand everything. Now that this is said, my name is Mangunza. I release a new video every single day about selling on Amazon on my YouTube channel here, such as videos like these that are going to be super helpful when you run into troubles. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, and bookmark it if you need it in the future, okay? So, when you get suspended, you are gonna have the urge, like, there's two things that you should absolutely not do, and you are gonna be tempted to do them. The first one is going to be to immediately click the appeal button and write an appeal, but not even a real appeal, and just write that it is a mistake, write a short text, hoping that it is going to get you your account back. It is not going to work, okay? And yes, it's true that, people say that the more appeal you submit, the less of a chance you actually have to get your account back. It is not necessarily true, but your first appeal should be the base of your appeals, because it's just like ungated. And if you've tried to be ungated in the past, the more you submit, sometimes people just go through your application, do not even read them, and just decline it, okay? Because people are lazy, people working at Amazon are lazy. There's nothing that you can do, okay? So what I need you to do is to actually take a breath, relax, and try to understand what the process is to actually get your account reinstated. If you do not do this, you are gonna waste a ton of time submitting appeals after appeals after appeals, and you are gonna have a harder time to actually get reinstated. The reason why is because after 2 to 3 times, Amazon does not really tells you why your appeals got rejected. Okay, so with your first appeal, you want to make sure that you understand the process, that you actually submit a plan of action. Because yes, you're going to need to submit a plan of action, and we are going to talk a little bit about that in a few. But you need to make sure that you actually send a comprehensive plan of action, so you actually receive an answer on that plan of action from Amazon. Because you can submit as many plan of action as you want, but the thing is that, as I said, after 2-3 times, Amazon will not reply to your plan of action anymore. It doesn't mean that they are not reviewing it, but they are not going to reply and send you the notification on what you actually need to change. So it's going to be a little bit harder. You're going to need to call to actually get someone competent on the phone to actually tell you what notes seller performance actually left on your appeal. Okay, and at that point, it starts being a little bit more difficult, but it's not impossible. Okay, so that's the first thing that you absolutely need to avoid. Do not go and submit an appeal directly hoping to get your account back immediately. It's not going to happen. The second thing, and this is what you see a lot happening, okay? And hopefully, I hope that you find this video right after you got suspended and not after you submitted 15 appeals. But even if you submitted 15 appeals, you can still get your account back. Do not believe people on the Amazon seller forum, because yes, the next thing that you are going to want to do is go on the seller forum and try to seek help over there. Do not go on the Amazon seller forum. Nothing helpful ever happened over there. And back when somebody was actually helping people, okay, her name was Kika. She was helping a ton of people with account suspension successfully. People actually got mad that she was helping people, and she got banned from the Amazon seller forum. So it should tell you, okay, it should tell you the mentality of people on the Amazon seller forum. And I know that now things have changed a little bit, because people's storefronts starting being public in the Amazon seller forum, and so all these old sellers that are not even making money anymore with Amazon, and that are talking over there all day like they know shit about selling on Amazon, moved to another forum, because they understood that people were going to see their storefront and people were going to understand that they are not legit. Okay, so do not go on the Amazon seller forum, because everything that you're going to see over there is more than likely bad information. Okay, example of that, the kiss of death. The kiss of death is not a real thing, okay? And the kiss of death is that email that Amazon sends when they actually tell you that they are not going to reply to your appeals anymore, except if your appeal is successful, okay? What they are trying to say on this seller forum is that once you receive the case of death, you cannot get your account back and that you only have 2 or 3 times to actually submit an appeal. It is absolutely not true, it's a lie. And you should understand that people on the seller forum do not want other people to be successful, and they are actually happy whenever somebody actually gets suspended and cannot get their account. They're going to do everything that they can to discourage you to not get your account back. You can absolutely get your account back. The case of death is not a real thing. Yes, you do not receive updates anymore. It makes it a little bit more tricky to actually understand what seller performance wants from you. And by the way, this is really dumb from Amazon to do this, okay? Let's just say it. It's really dumb for Amazon to say this because to do this because it makes it harder to appeal, and you have no idea what you need to actually do to get your account back. Okay, that's one thing. But yes, the case of death is not a real thing, and so you can submit. It doesn't matter. You do not have a period of time. Even 3 years in the future, you can potentially get your account back. There's no time period to get your account back. There's no number of appeals. Even though it's better if you actually submit a great first appeal. Okay, it's not because there's not a limited amount of appeal that you can submit that you should not actually do a great job on your first appeal, because this is the foundation of your whole appeal. Okay. Now, the next thing. As I said, you need to learn and understand the process to actually get your account reinstated. So, to get your account reinstated, you are going to need to reach out to seller performance, okay? The only way to do it, and yes, you can do it through email, but it's a little bit tricky. You can do the Bezos appeal, whatever, I forgot what it's called. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of other strategies. You can even go with like crazy stuff to actually get your appeal review if your appeal does not get reviewed, with the Better Business Bureau, with BBB, some stuff like this. No need to do that. What you really need to do is understand the appeal process, and you need to understand that the people that are going to review your appeals is the seller performance team, okay? And so they are the only ones, okay, except if you reach to a manager that may have some power, but they are the only ones that are actually going to be able to get your account reinstated. Seller performance cannot do anything. People that you are going to have on the phone will not be able to do anything, except if you reach some managers, but the only thing that they will be able to do is actually leave some remarks on your account that the seller performance team can actually review, right? So what you are going to need to do is, the only way to actually get your account back is to communicate with seller performance through the appeal button. And sometimes you will not have the appeal button if your appeal is still in review, and you can submit it through the case log, okay, through someone that is going to push your appeal for you. But what you are going to need to do, okay, is you are going to need to submit a plan of action. And what a plan of action is, it's a document in 3 parts that you are going to need to submit to seller performance. They are going to review it, and what they want is to make sure that you understand why you were suspended and what you are going to do what you did to fix the issue that led to your suspension, and what you are going to do in the future to make sure that it does not happen anymore. Okay, the most important part of this is you understanding why you got your account suspended and what they call the root cause. Okay, the root cause. You need to understand that the root cause is the real issue that led to your account being suspended. Okay, so for example, let's say that you were selling, you didn't know it, but you were selling fake products. Okay, you were selling fake, let me think of the brand, fake Nike shoes. Okay, I have a ton of shoes right there back from the days where I usually used to flip sneakers. You are selling fake Nike shoes, and you got caught, and because of that, you are, by the way, I never sold any fake shoes. It's just an example. You got caught, and now you need to appeal to actually get your account back, okay? The thing is that you did not know that your shoes were inauthentic. So what you need to understand is that the root cause of this issue is not that you sold inauthentic shoes, fake Nike shoes. This is not the root cause. The root cause is really the cause that led you to sell these fake shoes. Okay, and so the cause would be, for example, you need to ask yourself, why were fake shoes sold on my Amazon account? Fake shoes were sold on my Amazon account because my supplier gave me fake shoes. Okay, why did your suppliers give you fake shoes? Because your supplier, because my supplier, is not an authorized distributor. Why did you purchase inventory from an unauthorized distributor? Because I did not vet my suppliers the right way. Okay, and so this would be the root cause. Okay? And you can go above that. You can probably go above that, but you need to ask yourself why until you cannot go above that, right? And so this would be the root cause. Okay, the root cause is that you did not vet suppliers the right way, and because of that, in your supply chain got mixed with inauthentic products. Okay, and so after that, you need to actually tell Amazon. Okay, in the corrective measures. This is called the corrective measures. This is the second part of the plan of action. You need to tell Amazon what you did to correct these issues, because of the fact that you did not have a good enough process to vet suppliers, there could be a lot of other inauthentic products in your inventory. Okay, and so in that case, you would say, okay, we went through a list of suppliers. We made sure that they were all approved for the brands that we said they were all approved distributors, and you can detail other measures that you took to make sure that you do not have any products that sells on Amazon that are inauthentic, okay, that are in your inventory right now, or that have been sold to customers in the past, okay? Because if they've been sold to customers in the past, you need to fix that as well, okay? That's the second thing. Third part is going to be the preventive measures, okay? So it's going to be the process that you put in places to avoid stuff like this happening in the future, okay? And so in that case is, for example, I'm just making stuff up, okay? But it's the introduction of a 3-step process to vet suppliers by actually making sure that they're an authorized distributor, by going directly to the brand, all that, making process that actually makes sense, that will prevent, and you need to think about, what measures you can take that will prevent the same issue happening in the future, okay? And by the way, if you get suspended again for something like this, you need to understand that these process, if you haven't been following this process, they are going to hold that against you, right? And it's going to be harder to get back on Amazon again. This is something that you need to understand, okay? So preventive measures are most of the time going to be process that you put in place to safeguard against the same things happening again, the same mistake, and you need to show them that you learned from your mistake. You need to own to your mistake, by the way, in the root cause, and show them that you understand why the mistake happened, and what you did to correct the mistake, and what you did to prevent the mistake happening in the future, what process you put in place. So, yeah, that's the whole process. That's what I need you to understand. And once you have all this, by the way, you can start actually submitting your plan of action. What you could do is trying to get someone from Amazon to review your appeal, but try to get someone in a higher place to review your appeal for you, because you may have a lot of bad advice from people that are lower ranked in Amazon, and Amazon does not give a shit. Okay, if they give you bad advice that leads to actually things being harder to get your accounts back, they do not care if it's their fault, because they have bad employees. They do not care, so you need to make sure that you get your information from the right place. Do not believe all the sellers, by the way, because this should be said as well. People in the space of helping, that made a business of helping people with suspensions, are super shady, and they are going to take advantage of your desperation. You need to understand that. They are going to definitely 100% take advantage of this, and if you are the kind of people that will throw money at their problem, they're going to take all your money, okay? A lot of them do not know shit and take advantage of stuff. Like if you search for case of death, you are going to see that. In the search results, you have people actually taking advantage of concepts that are not even true to get you to hire them. They are trying to scare you that if you do not do it with them, if you don't do it with them, you are not going to be successful. You can lose your account. You can never really lose your account forever. You can always appeal. And most of the times, the longer you've been suspended, the easier it actually gets to get your account back, actually, contrary to what they are saying. So, because, the more time passes, the more, it is likely that you actually grew, that you understand business a little bit better, and that you fix the mistake that you made, okay? That you can prevent the mistake that you made. So, really try to understand that, and you should really understand that in general, lawyers are a piece of shit. Okay, lawyers are a piece of shit. They are incompetent, and most of the time, they're not going to do a better job than you do, except if you pay them an immense amount of money, so they can actually care enough about the result. But if not, most of the time, they are not useful at all. You know, they're just going to make $2,000 from you to write you a few appeals, and then they are going to tell you that it's not working and that there's nothing that they can do for you. They did everything that they can, but they still pocketed your $2,000. Okay, nothing else that you can do. And the truth is that they get people from the Philippines to write your appeals for you. You pay them $2,000. They pay like $3 an hour for people to write your appeals. Okay, you need to understand that they are a piece of shit. So yeah, do not go and get lawyers like this. They do not do a great job. Try to really understand the process. And if, by the way, if Amazon is your real main business, you really need to understand the business in and out, and it comes with you know, account help stuff and suspension. I'm not saying that you should do everything by yourself all the time, but before you actually start delegating, and especially with critical stuff like this, you should understand the process a little bit, because if not, you're going to be taken advantage of and you're going to be left in a worse situation most of the time. So that's today's video. If you want to actually learn how to open a second account with Amazon while you are suspended, watch this video on the screen right now. I'll see you tomorrow for a new video.